生總會跌下坡，用溫暖的雙手驅走這風波。人生總要奮鬥，幾番風雨繼續走。若是你要擁有，一切靠雙手。
做咩你喺度談心？
呢一棵樹咧，就係咧我嚟呢間學校嚟到 Help International School 嘅時候咧，最印象深刻嘅一棵樹。因為咧佢哋都係用呢一棵樹咧去做佢哋嘅 logo 嘅。覺得咧呢一棵樹咧就代表咗咧呢間學校好似一個母校，孕育一啲學生出嚟咁嘅感覺。
有冇感覺話棵樹而家大咗咁幾年之後？
我冇注意啦。
令到呢啲學生咧，就算一放小息嘅時候咧，就即刻跑落嚟咧，就有一個好 relax 嘅感覺。嗱呢一位咧就係住商，係咪？係咪啊？係啦，你嘅師兄
啊，
而家你讀緊邊一班咧？
我讀緊一特癲啦。
哦，13班。
13班。
哦。
係咪準備要考 A level 咁樣？
已經考緊咗。
咁你覺得自己考得好唔好咧？
哇
哇！
好唔好啊？我唔知道啊。我問嗰個 Cambridge 啊。
肯定係好啦，如果唔係點會出嚟叫佢咧？
揀到佢出嚟
係啦，揀佢出嚟咧係。阿子孫咧就係對於咧 Help International 咧係非常之認識嘅。點解咧？
我由7年班讀到3年班，所以我喺呢度有個七年左右。
所以阿子孫咧就可以介紹俾我睇，喂，究竟呢一間學校有咩特別咧？
我細佬你喺學校有冇阿子孫？
有，
即係有
㗎
見過。
見過，你有冇見過佢㗎？
有。
你平時乖唔乖㗎？我想問。
冇咩注意，係乖冇。
呢個係我哋書館嘅我哋叫 brochure 啦。係呢個咧就有幫你講解講解我哋書館咧係 from 一個 one school learning pathway， 即係你喺呢度咧，你從你 preschool 直接讀到 sixth form 都得。sixth form 咧就係我哋嘅嗰個
A level
A level 係啦，啱啦。我哋嘅 preschool 咧係4歲以上啦，所以你從4歲到17歲咧都係可以喺呢間書館讀書㗎啦。
即係一條龍服務。即係我哋啲細路仔未試過去讀 preschool。
我都係冇入過。我都係。
細張
呢個真係俾 B B 讀喎，即係俾小朋友讀。
係啊，即係小學之前啦，咁可能即係幼稚園係啦。係咪即係我有時咧，我見到啲老師咧，真係會出門口度接佢哋入嚟㗎咁樣喎。
係有一個專門的老師在外面，when 你進來的時候，是不是？即係他們會在外面專門接佢入嚟啊。
係啦，接佢入嚟，等佢咧有個安心咁樣啊，係啊。
得意嘅。
誒，慈商啊，我想問下咧，喺呢一個年紀啦，因為仲細嘛，咁你會係教中文多定英文多咧？我哋見到啲手工係中文㗎喎。
係我哋有2個班嘅，一個班就是英文的，因為有一些小孩子是英文出來的，就他不是很會講華語，就是所以那一個班就專門是教英文的。然後有另外一個班就是我們有一個英文跟華語的2個老師。一個好資深嘅中文老師，一個好資深嘅英文老師，2個一齊教。
哦，咁就可以配合到啲唔同學生需要啦，係嘛？
廣東話、國語都華語都識㗎喎。
即刻衝！
係啦，你屋企係講，我想問你屋企一般平時係講咩㗎？
我同我阿媽係講華語嘅，但係我阿媽同我阿爸係講廣東話嘅。
哦，點解佢哋係講廣東話咧？佢哋係咩人咧？
我阿媽係廣東人，我阿爸係福建人。所以福建話我都識聽，但係我唔係好識講咁樣。
犀利！
呢個係專門插電嘅 iPad 啊，佢哋 lock 緊佢哋嘅 iPad 喺入邊嘅。一個學生有自己嘅 iPad 這樣子。
哦，呢個 iPad 係學校啊，因為學校 provide 嘅。佢應該你嘅年紀要買嘅。
就可能就是大了啊，有一點自己需要自己的東西，因為這些是全部就是學校嘅東西嘛。
哦，佢 share 嘅呢啲係。
唔係啊，有 list 嘅。邊個係邊個嘅，邊個係邊個嘅。
即係變咗，但係佢唔可以帶翻屋企。佢呢個喺學校入面用嘅。細佬，你喺呢一間學校咧讀咗4年啦，你覺得呢度有咩好處？
有咩好處啊？
係
其實有好多好大個地方，其實呢個都得。
咁你覺得老師咧？老師嗰啲咧？
老師其實都好啊，佢哋有困難嘅話，佢哋咪會幫我咯。
會話鬧？其實有冇體罰或者鬧你嘅呢度？
留低講下。
留低，跟住就係同你即係教訓下，即係講啊，你有啲咩教你，即係話講你唔可以咁樣嘅喎，
輔導你啦，你自己有冇試過？
冇啊，
有冇俾人輔導？
冇試過。
冇試過係咪？好靚，
好靚，
我想喺呢度讀書。
真係好靚喎！
全部係佢哋自己。
呢度嘅樹咧，真係好有標誌性啦。首先呢一個地下已經係有一個樹嘅圖案啦，跟住你嘅背脊咧係有幾多大樹喺度啊？
係啦，呢個大樹咧就係我哋嘅 symbol 啊。
symbol 嚟㗎，係啊。
呢個就係嗰個大樹咯。我哋叫 Tree of Life 啊。
係。
點解叫
Tree of Life？
因為我們學校是比較想要那種 you live what you live in a happy life something like that。So us as student， 我們全部學生就是 the Tree of Life 啊，全部一起做成 Tree of Life 那種。看就是個人嚟嘅。
係喎。
個人。
係個人字嘅喎。其實咧，因為咧呢一間學校嘅 founder 咧係對於教學嚟講咧係好有心嘅。咁咧佢成日都係喺度諗，究竟咧點樣嘅教育咧先至可以幫助到馬來西亞嘅小朋友咧？咁所以點解咧呢一度啲人就話講點解你呢個位置好似唔係太過市中心喎？咁後來咧我哋終於知道，原來當時嘅 founder 就話希望咧馬來西亞嘅細路仔都可以讀到國際學校，所以佢哋就喺呢一個冇咁貴嘅地方，呢一笪地度起呢一間國際學校啦。
啲全部畫都係我以前我嗰個畫畫老師。
係咩？
佢畫㗎？
我記得我以前初嚟嗰時冇，係咪咧？
冇，係上年先畫。
你喺度讀咗咁多年啦，你最喜歡嘅咩科目咧？
最喜歡其實大部分都好啊。
你講嘢咁虛偽。
足球咯，足球我都好中意。
點解你無端端又即係唔中意足球，突然間會突然間一下無端端變咗中意足球嘅？
我跟住啲朋友一齊去踢波，小息 lunch 嗰陣時踢波，之後上年同今年嗰陣時我好似小息都一樣啦。
所以你知唔知呢一個咪寫 leadership 嘅？所以咧其實佢嘅畫咧係有意思嘅喎，嗰啲全部名人嚟嘅喎。
李宗偉都喺度，有冇睇到啊？
係啊。
之後有寫佢咩啊？
佢幾時世界冠軍啊？嗰啲係嘛？
係啊。
阿細佬，我想問下後邊就係你 canteen啊。咁你其實你平時通常食啲乜嘢同埋中意啲乜嘢啊？
通常都飲啲汽水啊，同埋之後食下嗰啲飯團咯嚇。
食飯團。
你覺得學校嘅嘢食有冇進步嘅空間咧？強啲。
哦，肯定有嘅，每個學校都有噶啦。有冇到5星咁樣喎？
哇，冇到5星啊！你又想係食5星？有冇呢個入救護室嘅權力啊？
好多次啊！
好多次添。
點解要成日入去咧？你？
我有一排係成日整伸咗隻腳嘅，
成日喺度踢波咧，啲褲咪爛晒翻嚟嘅。跟住咧，突然間咧收到學校嘅電話，佢話：喂，你個仔咧入咗救護室。我嚇救護室，以為好嚴重啊，點知原來係擦傷咗。跟住佢話：佢擦傷咗，你翻到去嘅時候幫佢換膠布啦。
我們是有兩個 specially trained 的 nurse，就是他們是可以開藥的，但是這種basic 嘅可以用啦，係咪？就但是他們也是會在開藥之前會 call 你先啦。
有啊，
真係會 call 你嘅，
真係嘅。
可以俾呢個藥冇啊，有 allergic 冇啊，咩啊聞晒先咯，你先至俾嗰個藥㗎。我話佢哋俾我 Panadol 啊，佢哋喺度 call 我阿媽，可以俾你仔 Panadol，我阿媽。咁大事咩？喺度唔可以俾㗎。
個仔做咩事讀書讀到頭痛咗？係咪真係屬於仲係小學㗎？
中學
中學咗㗎，中學咗㗎，你已經跳咗一級㗎，你話？哦，OK，
下年中國喎。
佢有讀過小學，但係唔係呢一度，因為呢個係低年班嘅，我發覺係咪？
哦，5年級到6。
哦，因為我唔知道。
呢個係1年級。
1年級嘅。
哦，即係呢個係呢一行嘅課室係課啲低年班嘅小朋友。
哦。原來我哋啱啱先發現咧，佢哋原來係每一班即係小學啦，比較低年班啦，都係有2個老師係教同一班嘅。
所以其實你相遇嘅時候就即係中英2個唔同語言嘅老師都喺度。
係。
但係一個叫 homeroom teacher 係嘛？
一個 homeroom，一個 assist。
咁即係有2個老師一齊教。
即係逢親低年班都咁樣。
Mr. James 同埋 Miss。
哦，佢有2位嘅，即係其實逢親 真低年班都係咁樣㗎？
佢 Year 5、
我 Year
Year
5、
6
6都有。
都有嘅。
點解
小學
點解會有咁多老師幫我哋嘅？
係啊，
因為一個 homeroom 老師是專門是教那一科的，就是他教完全部課啊，咩數學啊、華語啊那些科的都有教，但是 assist 老師就是幫忙顧整個班，因為25個小孩子啊，一個老師陣間控制唔過嚟啊，全部跑嚟跑去，跌親啊定係咩啊？
要揾一個去照顧下佢哋係咪？
係一個比較 unique 嘅 program，我哋叫 bilingual program。bilingual 咧就係我哋依家 offer 俾preschool 同埋 primary 到 year 3，佢係一個program
係啊，呢個 program 好好喎，因為咧佢而家係雙語教學，咁變咗咧你讀 international school 咧，你都唔會話 give up 咗你嘅中文。係啊，就好多華小嗰啲學生咧，就啲阿爸阿媽擔心啊嘛，就話講：哎呀，我嚟到國際學校，中文一定差啦，中文一定唔識啦，唔識寫中文字點得㗎咁樣，所以有呢個擔心。咁原來而家咧喺 Help International School 已經有呢啲 program 係雙語教學啦。
係啦，所以雙語教學咧係2位老師啦，所以去學英文嘅同時又學中文，所以佢唔係好似其他嘅書館講一週呢個係中文嘅 class， 佢係英文嘅 class， 呢個係一齊學。And then 咧研究又講咧喺 younger age 嘅時候咧，你學語言係最快嘅。所以我哋書館咧就係用緊呢個研究同埋我哋嘅 experience 啦，就開發咗呢個班啦。
喺出邊嘅國際學校我又冇聽過喎，呢個好 unique 嘅，即係 for 呢間學校有嘅 program 嚟。
係啦，
犀利。但我見到呢度咧又有 music room 啦，又有 art room 喎。
呢啲音樂室全部係嗰啲器材都比較易小朋友學嘅。你有冇學過呢啲啊？
有，我以前有去呢度。
你學咩器材啊？主要你
呢個咯，ukulele。
呢個咩嚟㗎
？ukulele。
哦，可唔可以試下示範下俾我哋咧？就你學咗咁多。
好耐啊！
剛剛你看到的那一個 room 呢，就是比較偏向中學生會用嘅，呢度就係比較小學生嘅。
哦，呢個小學生嘅音樂室啦。
小學生嘅音樂室。
我又見到佢有嗰鼓啦，個鼓我哋都有買一個喺屋企，但係而家攞嚟坐。
你自己最叻係玩咩音樂咧？
我唔識。
咩課外活動嘅？自己做咩課外活動？
我啊，
最叻係咪讀書？
可以咁講啦。唔係，我識跳舞嘅，我識跳舞嘅。
你使唔使示範一下？
生疏咗，好耐冇跳。
我見你屋企攞泳衣就攞得多啦。
係啦。
咁我想問下，平時你係咪真係喺度會游水試？
係啊，之後係咯，我呢度游水咯。我冇啦，佢係好似成年有1個月咯，成年會有1個月係會游水咯，但係而家過咗，而家
佢真係教你游水定係俾你玩水定咩？
真係教我游水。
真係教游水。
係好似小學嗰陣時玩水啦，係中學嗰陣時就開始真係游水嗰啲。
即係不停喺度游㗎，即係唔俾你停咁樣游㗎。
係咪啊？
有冇教蝶式啊？
有。
都有㗎。
嗰啲好勁嗰啲喎。我有一個朋友係 state team。
喂，我真係冇忽視咗喎！我初嚟 school visit 睇唔到咁大個球場喎，定係後加建嘅定不嬲都有㗎？
不嬲都有。
不嬲都有嘅，我哋冇行到入嚟啫。呢個我見到咧有即係有瓦遮頭嘅籃球場，哇！真係好好多，因為好多時咧馬來西亞熱啊嘛，你如果冇瓦遮頭都唔知點打波啊，係嘛？
好似落雨都可以。
落雨係啦，落雨都可以打波。
我想問下細佬，其實你踢波係咪呢度踢㗎？
我唔係，我唔係。
喺邊度踢㗎？
喺出邊嗰度，出邊。
哦，出邊個草場。
出邊嗰度。
出邊好大。
係啊，好大嗰度喎。
你同佢其實你同之前早2年同佢一齊讀書咧，佢有冇同你一齊接觸嘅咧？即係嗰個。
冇啊，其實佢因為我以前佢一上大學嗰陣時我先上中學，所以我冇見過佢。
係啊。
你冇見過佢㗎？
我平時都係放學先見到。
哦，因為佢阿哥哥中學嘅時候你就小學，咁阿哥哥上大學嘅時候你先至中學，所以變咗你中小學嘅時候咧，佢個時間唔同啊。咁變咗咧，佢哋都唔會撞得。
所以我全部嘢都唔同啦，我係早啲嘅全部嘢都。
咁你希唔希望哥哥同你一齊同一齊翻學嘅？定係覺得唔好煩住你，隔周到你咁嗰啲咧？
其實我如果佢喺度嗰陣時，我都唔會理佢，佢都唔會理我嘅。其實，
個關係咁疏離嘅喂。
好真心啊！呢句話啫。
其實冇咩理佢嘅，其實。
係啊，冇咩理佢。
有好多人嘅呢個。
係咩？
我因為學校太多。
即係你嘅好朋友
都滿晒人。
我滿晒
人。其實你嘅好朋友都唔係哥哥嚟嘅學校。
嚇！
我前面嗰個係真嘅喎，
呢個係真係我哋自己整嘅。
自己做嘅。
呢個自己做㗎？
從頭到尾啊，都係。
哦，係呢個太陽能嘅喎。我呢個老師係咪專門
DT 老師啊
？Hello teacher hello。
So the students are doing this go-kart here is.
Oh.
So they're driving the go-kart after they build it. So they work for about 1 year to make it. And
All the past is
made by the student?
yes,
Oh, you did?
yeah, we have 4. There's 2 more downstairs.
Oh.
They learn all about the electrical connection. They have to do the wiring diagram. They have to use the tools to make all the wiring. But when we disconnect, everything turn off. It's safe for them. And then you turn off. And you do that. And it is on.
So you can try it.
I'll try.
Very slowly.
Okay.
Slowly. 哦，再踩。
好快啊！
勁唔勁啊？
其實
幾支
好
炮
快。
So this one can do about here it was doing 55 kilometers an hour.
Oh.
The one downstairs a little bit faster.
So you will take it to the competition?
We took it to yeah.
Oh.
So it's not a competition because we're the only school that does it. But we took it to this track last time in May. But this time we're now using the school's road. We have one 800-meter round on the road where you can drive. You know where you came into the school? It's them. It's these ones. They did it. But then now all the students, these are the new ones. They have to upgrade. So that's downstairs. It's down there. We have solar panel, so all the car we don't use like.
係你好啊 ，JJ。
Hello
其實咧，我以媽媽咧去揀學校嘅身份嘅時候咧，我自己都喺度諗嘅。馬來西亞究竟我揀學校嘅時候，揀國際學校嘅時候，我係咪應該好似香港咁樣頭嗰10名，即係有排行榜嘅，一定係會有個 list 出嚟就話講，我梗係睇呢10間啦咁樣。咁你接觸咧啲爸爸媽媽會唔會都有咁嘅問題嘅咧？
會啊，好似
係
我喺呢間書局已經做咗8年啦，
係
所以好多家長都係問嘅，你哋同邊間學堂有咩唔同啊嗰啲啊，so 如果你係外地嘅家長啦，嚟揾書館咧，我係建議你唔會淨係睇嗰啲排行榜，
係
你可以諗緊先做啲 research，好似你係中意。你覺得你嘅細蚊仔係適合IB 啊，或者係 American syllabus，或者係 British curriculum，可以大概知道，或者大概諗緊，我要住邊度，and then from there 你可以 shortlist 啦，其他嘅即係國際學校啊，你愛想睇邊間啊咁樣，好似我哋呢度咧就係好 community base 嘅書館啦，so 佢唔係好似喺 city centre，但係有啲家長就中意喺呢度冇咁複雜嘅環境，又附近咧又有嗰啲好 mature 嘅住宅區啊，so 你揀書館嘅時候咧，其實我係建議你哋多行幾間，其實冇 no harmful 嘅。
係啊，因為我嗰陣時咧，我就係點咧？我會揀幾間，跟住去 school visit。到你 school visit，你行咗個學校一圈，你了解咗個學校係教法啊，佢方針啊，你就大概知道咧究竟係啱唔啱你個細路仔。而其實我就後來我就喺度心諗，唔係用個價錢去計咯，
唔係用個價錢嘅 ，because 價錢係 OK 呢個書館可以俾到你嘅facility 啦，或者老師嘅師質啦。但係最重要嘅咧，我想家長都去了解嘅係。每個細蚊仔係唔同嘅，你嘅細蚊仔同你隔離嘅細蚊仔都係唔同嘅，所以你睇書館嘅時候咧，你幫學堂傾，了解佢哋嘅教學啊，或者佢哋嘅 strength 喺邊度，所以你就會你參觀咗，你就會知道噶啦，呢間學堂係唔係適合我細路哥嘅，because 唔係你讀書啊嘛，係你嘅細蚊仔讀書啊嘛，所以你嘅細蚊仔係你最了解嘅，所以你覺得適合，又within 你哋嘅 budget，咁可能就會有一個好開心嘅 learning journey 啦。
點解呢個房咁靚嘅？
係啊，自身我好似第一次嚟呢個房呢邊喎。
呢個係 new 嘅 extension 嘅 building 嘅。
哦，因為佢呢個我啱啱係喺側邊 extension 咗出嚟啦，好似係上年係咪？上年
然後用來 demo 做 meeting 的。actual 就是他們嚟，let's say 有一個 project，是不是？那老師給學生做 project，然後學生就要在這裡 present，嚟好像一個 really 一個 workforce 這樣子嘅東西。
其實你講好似有啲似大學咁樣，
係
都唔係中學好似大學。
係咯，佢哋俾佢哋 really jump into 那個 industry 咁樣。
即係俾佢一個感受一下，我將來大學就係咁樣。
呢度係一個工藝房嚟喎，係咪咧？
係喎。
其實呢啲係咪即係工藝啊？即係 technology 啊？
啊，係 design technology。
啊 design technology。喂，以前我後生我咪就係讀呢啲嘅咯，真嘅。
真嘅，你就很熟悉咯。
啊係。
我見到有轉床啊、
呢啲係
鋸
電子嗰啲攞床啊、攞機嗰啲咁嘅嘢啊嘛，係咯。
你用喺邊度？
我用咗呢個。
你用
咩嚟㗎？
喺邊度？
講解下。
切嗰個 form。
邊度？
呢個係 band four 嚟。
係啦，佢切嗰啲梳機嘛，呢個梳機係咪？
帶咗風嘅。
啊係。
哦。
開埋一卡得。
哦，呢個係熱㗎啦，發熱嘅。好天然好靚喎。
係啊，同埋佢啲水聲咧，令到人好精神㗎喎。
如果你仔細看一點的話，是有10條那個水下來，就跟那個剛剛我們講的 10 mastery 有連接哦。一條就代表一個 mastery 這樣啊。他們設計嘅時候是這樣設計啊。
係啊係啊。
係咁設計㗎。
原來有咁設計嘅。其實咧，都有一啲家長有啲謬誤嘅。咁佢就會講話，我而家嚟馬來西亞讀書，我即係出埠啦，去外國讀書啦。咁啊，梗係要揀啲學校係多金頭髮嘅老師，咁樣先為之最好㗎啦。但後來我又發覺唔係喎，唔應該咁計嘅喎，因為咧有啲學生家長都同我反映翻話，我入過一啲全金頭髮入邊，但係好似對於細路仔嚟講，佢關顧咧冇咁好喎。咁即係都會有咁嘅反應翻出嚟咯，所以我就會覺得，係咪真係全部金頭髮就為之好咧？咁樣咧？
以我8年喺國際學校嘅經驗嚟講咧，其實老師佢嘅好老師嘅定義咧，唔係睇係金頭髮或者係黑頭髮。呢個係冇，我唔認同呢個講法啦。但係佢一個好老師會唔會好似即係 from 佢嘅 heart take care of the students？呢個係我哋好注重嘅，都係我哋會睇 culture balance。如果你係 from Asian culture 嚟嘅咧，如果你愛梗係去睇一間書館，佢可以即係保留你嘅 culture，and then 都係幫你嘅細蚊仔學其他嘅 culture。The balance is what we value for， 即係好重要啦。and then 我哋書館咧，都係喺血龍區啦，我哋可以講好少學堂咧會 publish 全部老師嘅嗰個 qualification 啦。So 對我哋嚟講，一個老師去金頭髮又好，Asian 老師都好，佢有 qualification 嚟教書，去有嗰個心機俾細路哥，呢個係最重要嘅。教育者唔係睇你嘅頭髮嚟區分。
冇錯。以我所知，喺呢一間學校嘅老師咧，成日俾人挖角㗎。係喎，成日俾人挖角㗎喎。點解咧？係因為咧呢一間學校係咪好多 training 俾老師嘅咧？
係，我哋呢間學堂咧，每個拜五學生放學咗咧，佢哋老師就有 professional development。So 佢哋嘅 topic 有好多啦，from child 嘅 psychology 到children 嘅最新嘅 curriculum 啊，或者 British 或者由其他國家有咩新嘅 technology 啊，我哋都會記得老師嚟學習。and then 我哋呢度咧都係 Cambridge 嘅 professional development centre，so 其他學堂嘅老師啊都可以嚟報名嚟參加我哋嘅嗰個老師培訓。and then 我哋嘅 Help University 都有 Master in Education，所以我哋都有老師去即係教書嘅時候咧，都係不斷地咁樣讀書進修啊，攞 Master 咁樣咯。
哇，好犀利啊！我知啦，
即係佢哋唔係真係老師，佢哋都係學生。
到 teenage 嘅時候，佢或者哎呀，我對阿爸阿媽有啲意見啊，咁樣咧，所以就要揾阿老師。
使唔使多人啲咁講嚇？
冇入過嚟。
冇入過嚟。
冇入過嚟添。
哎呀，哥哥好似有學過記得。哇！佢編個頭盔出嚟咁啊，犀利喎呢個。
哦，佢都有幾部機咧，可以幫啲細路仔教佢點樣編。
哦，呢個
F1 simulator。
F1 simulator。
哦，你有整啊？有一齊整啊？
即係佢連埋個電視嘅畫面一齊會喐㗎？
有 VR 㗎。
哦，有 VR 添啊！
唔喺度啦，但係
哦，即係佢可以會喐埋，跟住有 VR 咁啊！
你睇呢個好似嗰個 Xbox 咁樣。
即係有啲似你啲商場咧，有時咪有啲 game 咧，俾錢玩幾十蚊一次嗰啲啊！
係啊係啊。
呢個唔使俾錢啦。
online 嘅考試
End
，end
of
of
year
year 啊，
好靚喎！部電腦嚟做咩機嚟㗎？我哋屋企都未有先嘛。係。
job 啊，食影啊。
係。
哦。
阿細佬都話佢有入過去呢一間房。
哇！呢啲靚咪嚟喎！我先咪先啦，我就想叫你買呢支咪啊，先咪就係。
喂，見到呢啲咁細粗咧，已經知係靚嘢啦，真係。
係。佢仲專業過我哋寫字樓應該油水綠色嘛，佢下先。
呢度就 green screen 咯。
哦，OK。跟住後邊做 edit 啦。
每個禮拜都要嚟。
你做咩嘅？
嚟做乜嘢㗎？
攝影嗰個一個堂嘅攝影。
哦，你哋有攝影堂㗎？
啊，佢揀咗佢每一個 term 都會揀一個話個揀咗個攝影。
攝影堂。
哦，即係其實你都有心接 YouTube 嚟做喎，你靜靜雞學咧攝影
呢
堂。
靜靜雞咧，
靜靜雞真係學定我你喺度。
喂，佢靜靜雞 upgrade 自己，等突然間咧幫你做一啲嘢嘅時候，你有個 surprise。呢一個咧就係咧科學堂嘅 science lab 啊。
係咪呢度湯青蛙嗰啲咁樣嘅？
有通過，有通過。
你搞過未啊？
我搞過嗰個羊，
湯隻羊？
唔係
你中意食羊
嘅器官啊，羊嘅器官。
羊嘅器官啊！
我以為佢中意食羊喺度湯隻羊，我真係。因為呢度個環境好綠野悠悠咁啊。
係喎，你真係就咁行，即係放學嘅時候，你咁行出嚟望下呢個綠色嘅樹木，令到你隻眼咧都會健康啲。
呢個係咪美女廚房先啊？
係啦，就係美女廚房，但係咧阿美男咧成日個禮拜都要嚟呢度煮嘢食嘅。
你呢度學幾多咩啊，細佬？
哦，煮唔同嘢其實好多嘢㗎。
你攞雞蛋跟住整個麵條，麵條係佢自己猜出嚟嘅，你知唔知啊？就喺呢一度啦。阿細佬叫我攞啲雞蛋俾佢喎，跟住我見到佢幅相點解會有麵嘅？佢話嗰啲麵咧原來佢攞麵粉同雞蛋咧猜自己逐條猜出嚟，幾犀利！
咩？你同阿哥哥同學嚟嘅咩？點解你先講嘅？
係啊，我啱啱先知喎。
冇機會講。
咁我想問阿哥哥平時喺學校點樣嘅情況咧？咩情況咧？
好開朗喎。
好開朗。一人13啊。
唔係同班啊，但係
同一個
grade 啊。
但係你有見到佢㗎啦？你知唔知嗰時佢有拍 YouTube 你有冇睇過佢嘅？知道嘅咧？
我唔知道喎，唔知道，因為嗰陣時我知道 Mango HK 呢個 YouTube，你個夾入去啊，哦，成個 family 喺度做緊 YouTube，哦咁。
學生嘅畫，好靚喎。
呢個先靚，先翻嚟睇啊！
所以我講這個地方 art exhibition 咯，我哋。
哦，好藝術家喎，
呢啲自己畫㗎？
啊，自己畫㗎。
係
哇！
啊。
呢啲學生自己畫嘅畫作嚟㗎。我先翻嗰度睇過呢個喎。
係喎，哇！即係好似呢一個好專業嘅電影院咁樣。
呢個新
嘅。
你有冇做過呢？你有冇做過呢個？
有。
做咩㗎？你喺度？
呢個presentation。
你有冇試過上台表演過啊？
有啊。
講咩啊
？presentation 咯。
點解你唔叫我嚟聽嗰時？
因為冇得成級啊。
哦，好靚喎！
先你上台講少少嘢。
好驚咯！嗱，頭先啦，我就攞過個 brochure 啊，咁我又睇過，有一張學費單，我呢張話呢張學費單關乎我哋嘅喎，咁我就喺度諗啊，咁啊睇翻啦啊，其實 P-School 咧就係其實係平過香港嘅，如果你計幼稚園嚟講啦，咁但係咧你以國際學校嚟講咧，喺馬來西亞其實我揀學校嘅時候，我點解揀呢間學校嘅時候咧，就係排落嚟嘅時候，其實呢啲個費用唔係最 top。係啦，但係咧就係個 CC 係幾好嘅，咁所以我就點解揀咗呢間學校？但係我發覺喺國際學校嚟講，其實而家喺馬來西亞個國際學校費用咧，學費都幾高下喎。
係啊，90千、100千以上嘅，等我哋係好似中間咯，因為我哋嘅學費係好似3萬到6萬差唔多咁樣啦。所以即係家長 ，because 我哋嘅 founder 啦，Dato Paul Chan 同埋 Datin Chan 都係諗緊，佢哋去 set up 一間書館咧，係俾中產 以上嘅家長咧，可以 afford 嘅，由師資啊、facility 啊，同埋deliver 嘅 curriculum 都唔輸俾其他國際學校。
係啱，所以咧就佢哋 set up 嗰個學費嘅時候咧，都會喺度諗緊又唔可以 set up 得太高啦。咁所以就係可以話講中產嘅時候都可以入得到嚟。所以我都見到咧好多當地嘅馬來西亞人咧，佢都將自己個細路仔 send 過嚟呢度讀書喎。係
唔止好多啊！我哋嘅 founder 嘅孫啊，都喺呢度讀書啊。
係啊，如果間學校唔好，佢冇理由將自己嘅子孫都係擺喺度。今日開放日嘛，好多家長咧同帶埋細路仔睇完學校之後咧，咁咧就會嚟呢一度咧個老師同佢諮詢一下啦，即係話講你個細路仔係咩班啊？咁有啲乜嘢係適合佢哋去學習啊？俾佢哋啲家長咧有問題可以問老師嘅喎。子湘啊，你喺Help International 讀咗咁多年啦，咁你對於呢間學校有咩感想咧？
講真嘅，我就是覺得，這學校其實那 facilities 很多啊，唔係咩學校都有咁多 facility。係。仲有嗰個老師啊，全部好 supportive 啊咁。就係我嘛，有時啊，那 exam 啊考得不是很好啊，還是什麼東西啊，但是就那課跟不上，有啲老師是會直接跟你講，要不然我們開一個，要不然 arrange 一個我跟你 meet 嘅時間咯。我哋兩個 meet，我哋兩個坐住，我教你，你有咩唔識，我教你。
即係個老師都會即係好花心機，就即係見到你有咩唔得，佢主動去幫你。咁同學之間咧，即係你識阿哥哥噶嘛？咁同學之間，你會因為你都係嗰啲同學都係會嚟自唔同國家噶嘛？咁溝通上嗰個或者大家個相處咧，會唔會有問題嘅咧？
講真嘅，真係冇咩問題。
冇咩問題嘅。
一開始我是華小的嘛，一開始進來的時候是會有一點點，呢個老師喺度講咩我都唔識聽，佢個 accent 好重嘅，好重嘅 accent，喺度講咩？我就有一個 friend 啦，佢識英文、華語都識嘛，佢就講，嗰個老師啱啱喺度講咩，我就你來咗我就識聽到啦。
即係其實同學與同學之間都有幫忙啦，係嘛？咁樣即係可以大家互相幫忙咁啊，所以喺呢度嘅學校生活，你覺得開唔開心咧？
開心，
係啊，
好開心，
好開心。
我都好 chill 嘅，喺日喺度啊，騎啫講嘢啊，探茶咁樣。
你嗰度讀書咧，嗰啲程度同啲課程咧，你會唔會覺得好難，或者好難 catch up 啊？會唔會咁嘅程度？
我就唔會覺得啊，但係 A level 本身係難一啲嘅，
係難一啲嘅，
係難過 Pre-U 啊咩啊，係難一啲嘅係。梗係難啲嚟，冇啊！我仲有兩張考試。
仲有2張 paper 要考。咁你諗住你將來嘅前途，你諗住喺邊度發展咧？
我諗住係新加坡嘅。
你諗住新加坡㗎？
係。咁你係諗住喺邊度讀大學咧
？NUS。
我想問下你將來諗住做咩工作嘅咧？即係消防員啊、警察啊，定係咩嘅？
我想做 computer science software engineer。
有理想，
有一個方向啦，唔知道係咩啦，但係 computer science 喺嗰度。
係，咁啊好喎，因為你喺呢一度，阿老師已經俾發掘咗你。原來你令到自己知道，原來我係對於電腦有興趣嘅，即係你喺呢個學習過程之中，你已經知道咗，所以變咗等到你選科嘅時候，就容易啲咯。
就好像 A level 之前，其實我是那種我要做乜我都唔知道嘅嘛。然後有時候 internship 啊咩啊呢個啊嗰個啊，我就我好似中意嗰個電腦個方向。我做咗好似我都有做 science lab 嗰個，我唔中意我倒嚟倒去啊，倒嚟倒去咁樣，我唔中意嗰個啊，我就知道咗嘛，我知道個方向啦。
子湘啊，今日真係唔該晒你啊！用咗咁多時間去帶我哋咧遊歷呢一個校園一圈，係咪介紹到講到口都乾啊！真係。
我應該做嘅。
我哋祝你最尾嗰2科考試順利。
考試成功啦！
多謝。
唔使讀都合格啦。
好啦，唔該晒你，拜拜。今日咧真係好有幸啊！咁樣咧就可以咧 interview 到咧，即係訪問到一下Help學校入邊咧2個好著名嘅老師，點解咧？因為佢咧都有一啲好嘅 program 咧提供到俾啲學生嘅喎。一個咧係 Dr. Bersha，
Hello。
Hi,
係
hello.
同埋咧 Benjamin。
Hello there. Nice to meet you.
咁咧，所以我就要問下咧，Dr. Felicia，究竟咧佢對於佢喺學校入邊教學嘅過程之中咧，佢有冇啲好深刻嘅印象喺學校度發生咧？Can you share your memorable teacher moment in the school?
Oh yeah, I think one of the things, well, the reason I got into education is because teaching in a classroom where the students maybe start off at different learning levels, and then you get that light bulb moment when the students suddenly understand, I know what you're teaching, I know what you're talking about, and then you see them taking that knowledge and just going from strength to strength. I think those are the moments that everyone lives for when they're a teacher, and especially for me, I've seen students come in year 7 and they're graduating with their A levels in year 13. I think all of those moments really fill you with pride, because teaching is not an easy job, but it's all those little moments added together that really create, leads to a moment when everything is fruitful. And so I've got some really special memories about teaching at school.
And then the parents will thanks to you so much.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a partnership, isn't it? Like, we work together with the parents and the students, and that's when the relationship is best, is most beneficial.
另外咧，有一樣嘢咧，其實我自己做媽媽咧，我真係好失敗嘅，因為我啱啱先發覺原來咧佢呢度咧有個 program 咧係叫雙語嘅program 喎。咁咧係由我 Benjamin 咧4年前咧已經係開始喺 Help International 入邊咧度 create 出嚟㗎。佢幫助咗我啲咩咧？其實咧就係好多學生家長咧就會擔心啲細路仔如果嚟到國際學校嘅時候，會唔會唔識中文咧？會唔會淨係得識英文咧？咁佢哋咪唔識中文字咯，華語又唔識咯。點知咧 Benjamin 咧佢因為去到唔同嘅國家啦，所以咧佢就可以咧喺呢一度咧有一個 program， 就係話講教啲細路仔同一時間有雙語教學，有中文有英文同一時間學，所以變咗咧你會見到咧佢哋咧啲細路仔係同一時間接受2個語言嘅，所以我細佬就要訪問一下 Benjamin 啦。
The first question, what differences have you noticed in student behaviors and expectations compared to other countries where you have taught? And how have you addressed these differences?
Okay, very good question. Coming from the UK, the attitude towards education is very different there than what it is being in Asia. I would say that I very much enjoy teaching in Asia, because having taught in mainland China, Hong Kong and in Malaysia, there's a hunger for education, and it's really, really great to see, and that really has an impact on how students behave at the school. Everybody wanting to be there and wanting to learn makes it a fun place to be for teachers and students alike. I would say that in Malaysia there is a serious attempt at trying to strive for the best, but in a more relaxed way. When I was in Hong Kong and China, I think everyone's quite serious and really determined. That still exists here in Malaysia, but just a little bit more easygoing, I think, in the way that everyone kind of approaches everything. But that being said, I really can't fault the behaviour that I've experienced here in Asia. In the UK, definitely some challenges, some very different experiences, which thankfully I've not had to encounter here too much. I haven't really had to address too much, if I'm honest, because for the most part it's relatively good. The thesis I'm working on is looking at the benefits of bilingual education versus mainstream education, and how we can ensure that we develop a program that makes us a market leader in this within Malaysia, but also in the greater context. I think that bilingual education will be something that takes off around the world in the next 5 to 10 years globally. So it'd be good to kind of get in there and be something of, not necessarily a pioneer, because a lot of people have done it, but something, a way to solidify the theory and truly understand the benefits, and then from that implement a program that is valuable, impactful and worthwhile.
The second question for Mr. Ben is, can you share a memorable teacher moment or success stories from your time at the school, and what made it stand out for you?
Okay, so I have the joy of working in lower primary with the younger children, and for me, I feel like that's when you're starting to see the foundations of their eureka moments, and there's quite a few that I can think of, but one in particular sticks out, and it was a young boy really struggling to read, and after some observations and some assessments, we were able to work out that there was an obstacle, and once we identified that, we were able to put strategies in place, and that had a massive impact. And then this student is now a flourishing reader, and seeing that point when you have a student who struggles and then they overcome that, and you know that you've been part of that, and you see them then take off as far as they can go, and that's on them. That to me is the reward. That's what you do as a teacher. That's why you're here. So just seeing those moments where students are being like, oh, I've got it, that's really what makes it worthwhile for me.
Dr. Felicia, can you give any advice for the new student or new parents?
Yeah, pass back to what I said earlier. It's about the relationship that we have, the partnership that the school has with the parents and the students. I remember a leader told me this many years ago. It's like a three-legged chair, and you need all three in order for it to do what it needs to do. And my advice to new parents and new students is get to know the school, get to know the teachers. We have an open door policy. Don't be afraid to ask questions and get in conversations. Come for coffee mornings.
That's right.
Because it shouldn't be just about coming in for parent-teacher meetings. It shouldn't be only when there's something wrong.
Yes.
Let's celebrate when our children do something right. Ask questions if you don't understand. Get to know how we do things at the school so that we can equally work together with you. We're here not just to educate their minds, but also to build their characters. We're preparing them for the world outside of school. And sometimes we forget, that school's a really safe place, but when they go out into society, it's a big, big, scary world. And so we need to use this time in order to teach them all of these different skills. And it's combining what we do at school together with what you do as a family, and that's going to be a really fruitful relationship.
So I find the school have many events for the coffee time, after breakfast meeting with the teachers. So there's the good communication with the
100%. We really believe in having as many in-person events so that we can get to know our families outside of the classroom, just so we can develop those relationships. It's not just in the classroom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 喂，大家，我咧有個新頻道咧 create 咗出嚟咯喎。其實個名咧就叫做咧 Mango HK CCTV， 獅子個獅喎。師傅，好多人問咧點解我哋咧開多個新頻道啊？你解釋下啦。
點解咧？因為咧 YouTube 係一個大數據，而且 AI 係我哋嘅老闆。對嗰見到你個頻道咧，去到某一個程度多嘅影片嘅時候咧，佢就唔會 promote 到咁多俾你，同埋你每日有影片出咧，其實尋日嗰條佢當咗舊片，咁佢又唔會點樣推廣俾其他嗰啲陌生嘅觀眾俾認識喎。係咯。落咗個心機啊功夫咧，全部好似白費咗咁樣啊！咁咧，所以咧，我哋有見及此咧，我哋咧就開一個頻道，咁咧又唔可以一下子嘅，我哋遲啲。咁咧就會將我哋原有嘅頻道啦，可能就1、3、5同埋星期日就出片。另一個新頻道咧就2、4、6出片。冇錯啦，咁大家記住，快啲去呢條 link 嗰度咧，就咧 subscribe 我嘅新頻道咯喎。咁點解要咁做咧，師媽？因為咁樣做咧，我哋啲片咧就咧有多啲時間擺喺度，俾 AI 去 promote 俾一啲新嘅朋友睇。咁相對咧，我哋嘅觀眾咧就會多啲啦。係啦，大家記得支持我啊！唔該晒。好啦，拜拜。拜拜。
記得訂閱同埋 like 我哋嘅 channel 啊！